Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
More than a dozen people have to find another place to live because of a water main break. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Water flowed into the bottom floor of a Fargo apartment building earlier today, and now residents are trying to salvage what little they can. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker is live with the latest details on this situation.
Good afternoon, Christine. You know, I'm told by several people that so much damage happened because everyone was at work whenever the water main line broke. Now, 9 units were impacted by this, and we're told that only one apartment had renter's insurance. A plumbing company is here working to restore water to the rest of the building, and they hope to have that done by tonight. The people forced to leave their apartments are looking at a 1 to 2 month wait before they can move back in. I've reached out to the apartment building owner and I've not heard back from him. So we're going to be looking for that call back pretty soon. Christine?
Thanks so much, Cornelius. The Red Cross has also reached out to the building owner, but they haven't heard from him either. A Grand Forks woman has been charged with the murder and the shooting death of Austin Forsman, who is also from Grand Forks. Crystal Feist was charged in the court this afternoon. Forsman's body was found inside a car at the Flying J Travel Plaza in Grand Forks Friday morning. According to court documents, Austin Forsman was sitting in the driver's seat of this car. Another man was in the passenger seat. The passenger left and got into a white SUV driven by Crystal Feist. Feist then drove up behind Forsman's car, got out of her vehicle carrying a long gun, allegedly walked up to Forsman's window, muttered something, and then shot him in the head. Court documents do not indicate any type of motive for the shooting, and officials are not commenting. Feist remains in jail on a bond of $500,000. Her next court appearance is set for April 18th. We have new information regarding a SWAT team raid of a Crookston home Sunday morning. Details are sketchy, but the incident was an early morning eye-opener for next-door neighbors. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what happened.
At 7 a.m. Sunday, Crookston police, along with other agencies, including the regional SWAT team, were on the bullhorn outside this Crookston home.
We were sleeping and all of a sudden we heard, occupants of 716 Stewart Avenue. This is the police. We have a warrant to search your house.
Okay, you heard that on the bullhorn? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Butcher says a woman came out of the home, followed by 4 children.
She came out and she was just going to run over to the truck.
Yeah.
But the officer in there called her by name and told her to stop, turn around, put her hands up. She did.
Butcher says after a long wait, the SWAT team threw a flashbang grenade into the home before rushing in. They did not bring anyone else out of the home.
Police are releasing very little information about the incident. Police Chief Paul Biermeyer tells me no one was arrested. They just had a warrant to search the home. Biermeyer says SWAT was called in to make sure everything went smoothly.
No one was injured, and Biermeyer says there is no danger to the general public. In Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
At this point, we're still waiting for court documents to be filed. They should reveal what was confiscated during the search of that home. The morning commute was a challenge for many people because of the heavy fog throughout the valley. 2 school districts delayed classes due to the fog, including the Kindred School District. Kindred Schools experienced a bus crash last September involving 3 semis and it injured 5 people. Days after that crash, bus driver Kathy Josted died from her injuries. The report on that crash is complete, but hasn't been released yet by the North Dakota Highway Patrol. But with the danger that fog poses, some people are asking, why did many districts decide to start school on time when visibility was very limited for most of the valley? Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop spoke with the local schools about why they did not delay classes today.
Fog lights were needed if you drove this morning. Visibility was less than a mile for most of the valley.
I have been consulted on that before. I've had a number of maybe superintendents or school board members, even bus garages, even contact me saying, hey, what are you seeing out there on the highways?
The Valley News Live storm team reported Fargo, Detroit Lakes, and Fergus Falls all had a quarter of a mile of visibility. Grand Forks had less, and Wahpeton, Roseau, and several other areas had 0 visibility. Here at Moorhead Public Schools, a spokesperson says that they look at each weather situation case by case. Now this morning they did have people go out and drive the rural routes before making their decision to have school and not delay. The district says they don't have a policy just on fog because other factors like cold could impact their decision. Just across the river here at Fargo Public Schools, a spokesperson tells me that they typically do not do fog delays, nor do they have rural routes, so they didn't feel that there was any need to delay school. We looked at the West Fargo Public Schools storm procedures. They state they make decisions to have or not have school based on the safety of students. They look at 6 factors, including visibility. Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
We reached out to both Kindred and Wabaton Public Schools, but have not received calls back yet. 3 people are recovering from injuries after a multi-vehicle crash this morning on Highway 10. That was in Wadena County. The Minnesota State Patrol says there was limited visibility at the time. The crash happened between Staples and Wadena and involved 4 vehicles, including a semi. It started with one vehicle rear-ending another, with the semi at the end of the pack. The Minnesota State Patrol says many people forget to turn on their lights, which is important in fog.
And it's not necessarily so you can see any better, it's so the other traffic can see when they pull out onto the highway.
Sergeant Grabo says it's a $100 fine if you get pulled over for not driving with your headlights on. And after the fog lifted, it turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon, but we'll be seeing some changes overnight. Here we go to Hutch Johnson for a look at what to expect tonight. Hutch?
Thank you so much. Can you believe we had another record-setting day for temperatures in Grand Forks? 65 actually the high temperature so far today. That's at the National Weather Service office there. Bismarck also setting a record. Once the fog evaporated, we started to see those temperatures rise, and we are enjoying the best part of the day right now. Temperatures in the 60s through the Red River Valley, a few 50s to the south and east where the fog lingered for a little longer. Now, there are some clouds building back into the region, and they'll lead to a chance of thunderstorms. And we have one out there north of Lake Sakakawea heading up in the general direction of Minot. Notice all the activity in South Dakota. That, too, could spawn a few thunderstorms. We're not expecting severe, but rumbles of thunder are in the forecast. So rule of thumb here, get out and enjoy. Temperatures near 60 degrees through 7 o'clock. After that, we'll just modestly cool off a little bit. It remains breezy as well. Now, take a look at this. For tonight, in honor of Pi Day, at 9 o'clock, check your thermometer. 53.14 degrees will be the temperature, gusty winds, and increasing clouds. I'll have details on the timing of the showers and thunderstorms, how much rain you can expect, and who has to worry about that rain changing to snow as we move forward through our work week.
And maybe at 9 you can enjoy a nice little cut of pie.
I don't turn around too much pie. Yeah, that's good.
Good. Thanks so much, Hutch.
You're welcome.
Right now, it's too soon to tell if an attempted burglary in Fargo is connected to a string of unique break-ins that happened back in January. Fargo police say alarms went off around 4 a.m. this morning at Fargo Tractor on 32nd Avenue South after criminals cut a hole through the wall. We're told nothing was stolen and thankfully no one was hurt. Employees believe the alarm scared the criminals away before they stole anything. Police say they're trying to determine if this is related to the thieves cutting into Fargo businesses back in January. Fargo Freightliner, the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch, and Nelson International each had a similar situation. Police say they believe those 3 were all connected, but they haven't arrested anyone in those crimes. Moorhead police are still looking for a man after he attacked his ex-girlfriend. Police aren't releasing names, but it all happened around 3:50 this morning in the 1400 block of 4th Avenue South. Authorities tell Valley News Live that the victim called police after the man attempted to strangle her. Police don't believe this man is a threat to the public. However, he could face felony charges of making terroristic threats, domestic violence, damage of property, and interference of a 911 call. Work is underway in downtown Fargo today on something we'd all likely not want to ever have to use. Construction crews are trial fitting removable flood walls. They will be pressed into service in the event of a major flood, and the panels will be taken out during normal conditions so they won't block the view of the river. Grand Forks also has removable flood walls as part of its protection from the red. And Moorhead has some removable flood walls as well. They're similar to those being built for Fargo. The area where the testing is going on is 2nd Street between Main Avenue and 4th Street. It's closed to through traffic right now, but is scheduled to reopen by tomorrow evening. Plenty of people drink it, but do you actually know what's in that glass of wine you poured? We'll look into it coming up.
And today started out awfully foggy, but after the sun worked its way through that, we saw the fog evaporate a little bit throughout the valley. Coming up, not so much sun in the forecast, in fact, rain and even snow. Details are straight ahead.